House Republicans, and getting this supplemental request passed, House Republicans have made clear to this point that they are not interested in signing off on a border deal, anything short of H.R. 2, which they passed. So is there any outreach from the White House to House Republicans to try to get the supplemental across the finish line and get a deal?
They went home in December. They literally, but they really literally went home in mid-December. That's what.
Is it a miscalculation by the White House to not be in touch with House Republicans who are necessary to get this?
We're in regular touch with Senate Republicans who are at the table with us, with other Democrats in the Senate, having a real conversation about a bipartisan agreement. I mean, they're talking for themselves. They basically took action by leaving in mid-December while the Senate side was actually having conversation to deal with an issue. They're playing politics. So I'm going to let them, their actions are speaking for themselves. We're going to have a real conversation where the negotiation is actually happening in good faith with both Democrats and Republicans in the Senate, and that matters. That matters. And so we think it's going in the right direction. We want to continue to have those conversations. It's been happening for some time now. And so we'll let them put something forward, and we'll move from there.
Lastly, though, but if House Republicans are slamming White House immigration policies, why is the White House not in touch with those Republicans who, again, would need to approve of a deal to get the critical supplemental request that you've talked about?
I'm not saying that we're not going to have, at some point, we're not going to have a conversation with House Republicans. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that their actions have proven to everyone where they stand on this. So we're having a productive conversation with Senate Republicans and Democrats to find a bipartisan agreement, because we understand the system is broken. It's been broken for decades, the immigration system, and that is important. Let's not forget, this is a president that has been able to come together with Republicans and put forth many, hundreds of bipartisan agreements, that legislation that have been turned into, that he signed into law. That's something that he understands how to do. His team understands how to get that done. But, you know, House Republicans, again, they left in mid-December and have not returned to actually deal with this in a real way. Instead, they're playing politics. That's what we're seeing. I'm not saying that conversations are not going to happen. Obviously, we have to have the House be involved in this too. But right now, the productive conversations are happening in the Senate.
Just based on that last answer, has there been a breakdown in the relationship between the White House and the House?
I wouldn't say there's a breakdown of relationship. What I will say is just we're calling out what we're seeing. We're calling out what we're seeing. I mean, it's the facts. They left in mid-December, and who was left to continue to have the conversation as it relates to the border, right? The border security was the Senate. And when we've had and we're having conversation with both Republicans and Democrats in the Senate.